Welcome to Straight Out of Savannah, Talking with Tammi, a podcast that showcases people you may not know who are choosing to use their gifts to inspire and move the planet.
Thank you so much for joining us on Straight Out of Savannah with my guest, No Comparison. I am super excited that he has chosen to join me to have a conversation today and share a little bit about who he is and what it is that he does and how he can help you if you are an artist. So, No Comparison, take it away.
What's good, folks? This is No Comparison. I am a podcaster, producer, composer, recording artist. I'm a man of many hats, so there's really not much I don't do. I'm from Greensboro, North Carolina, born and raised, and I love music, and ironically enough, that's the name of the podcast that I host is I Love Music. It is a independent music podcast. I feature actually artists and bands from any and every genre from all over the world. I've featured artists from UK, India, Australia, Germany, Brazil, of course, the US and Canada as well. And I'm basically just, as an independent artist myself, I realize how difficult it is to just be heard,
Yes.
And I'm doing my part in the independent artist community to just try to help us out.
Yeah, that's amazing because a lot of times people don't even think about reaching back. They're just,
Right.
Focused on doing them and doing what they got to do and all that. And then, but to reach back, that is phenomenal, especially at the level that where you are, reach back and give people opportunities. I think that is phenomenal. I love everything about that.
I appreciate that. It's I've been creating music for about 20 years, a little over 20 years now. So I've seen pretty much the ins and outs of it, and I understand how difficult it is to create music and how hard it is just to discover yourself musically, and that stuff is hard enough as it is, and promoting shouldn't be as difficult.
Yes.
But for some reason it's really difficult. You got people from left field asking for this much money to help this, and
Yes.
if you're doing it independently, money is kind of hard to come by anyway. So of course I don't charge to be featured on my show because I just don't think it's right. Music should be able to be shared without asking for a handout. So I don't ask for it.
That's awesome. That is powerful. So what made you think about, besides the fact that the industry is so difficult, what made you really decide, okay, I'm going to use my platform to help other artists? I mean, what was like the catalyst for you?
Well, I'm in my 30s now, so as you know, once
You've
hit
been doing
30s,
music for 20 years, and you're in your 30s.
Yeah.
Wow.
I started when I was 13. Like,
okay.
We got one of the first PCs. Like it had Windows 95 on it, so it's way back. And I was just messing around with it, and I'm the youngest of 6 in my family, so my older siblings were like, you know what, you're pretty good at this, and I was like, really? So they encouraged me. My parents they encouraged me as well. So I was making music, and later on down the line, I started writing lyrics and rapping and singing a little bit, and I'm actually infatuated with every aspect of the music industry. So whether that's creating music, album art, the recording phase in the studio, in the last year and a half, I've actually dabbled in like sound engineering as well. So
Nice.
yeah, I like to know like the whole process of, creating music and like actually getting it out there. So.
It was actually probably a good time too to dabble in that, because of the pandemonium.
Oh yeah, yeah. When COVID hit, that's when it was like, you know what, maybe I need to, you couldn't really perform at that time, and it was hard to connect with other people because a lot of other people weren't doing anything. So I was like, you know what, let me take some time and just learn something. And I didn't go to school for it, but it's amazing what you can learn from YouTube videos.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I got a little story about that.
Okay.
So my daughter learned how to knit from watching a YouTube video.
Wow. Okay.
And my son, when he was I think it was right around prom time or something like that. And he needed to tie a tie. And my ex-husband was gone. And so I didn't know how to tie a tie because I never tied. So he didn't even say anything to me. He just got on YouTube and learned how to tie a tie.
So, it's so much information out there, man.
Yeah, I call it YouTube University.
Yes, yes. I like that. I'm gonna start calling it that now too.
I tell people, I said I went to YouTube University and I went to Google University.
There you go.
Everything
I see you. I see you.
They used to say everything you needed you could find in a book, but now everything you need you can find on the internet.
Oh yeah, it's definitely upgraded. So. Yeah. No doubt, no doubt.
That's powerful. So what is going forward, what are you seeing for yourself in the future? Like as you go, because I know you got to be looking at that.
I would like to be in the industry in some form. Doesn't necessarily have to be as an artist. But growing up, I was actually I love the Motown music. My mom grew up, but she was obsessed with Diana Ross and Mr. Fred and Smokey Robinson and the Miracles, and the list goes on and on. So
yes,
I did my research and I learned about Berry Gordy and how he was able to just create a sound and to capitalize on it. His whole process of just running that whole label is amazing. Even to this day, I don't think anybody's been able to mirror that.
No.
So, taking that, like I love to watch artists grow and develop and become something like massive. I've always loved that.
Do you guide artists at all?
Not professionally. And doing my podcast, I was able to, communicate with a lot of independent artists and, the things I've learned on my journey, I try to pass on that information as much as I can, whether it's little tidbits here and there, just little things,
You ever thought about mentoring artists?
Oh yeah, I would definitely, yeah, it's needed, especially the youth, because people are young, and they have so much talent and so much potential, but the streets get a hold of them and they're gone, way before their time.
Yeah. Like these last two that I saw. I was like, oh my God, 20 some years old. That's just
way too young. Way too young. But yeah, I would most definitely like to do that as well. But as I said, like I love music. I love the process. I can do so many different things. I haven't really thought about doing one specific thing. I would just like to be involved in it in any way I can.
Yeah. What's your zodiac sign?
Taurus.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm all Taurus. Like it's scary. Like they read the traits of a Taurus. I'm like, yep, that's me. Yep, that's me. Yep, that's me. Like so.
Yep,
I'm stubborn. I'm down to earth. Wear my heart on my sleeve. All that. Like all of it.
Yeah, it's all good. So when you when you think about the music, you know, what is like your favorite type of music? I know you talked about Motown was, you know, you grew up on Motown, but what's your favorite type of music?
Probably jazz.
Me too.
Whether it be smooth jazz or fusion, like any aspect of jazz. It always amazed me um, how you can get like a group of jazz musicians who've never rehearsed together before,
Yes. And do a jam
and they just
session.
yeah, and it's like
They can rock
wow,
it out.
yeah, it's like the ultimate form of expression,
Yes.
and
Yes.
that genre just celebrates that up and down. So
Yeah. Yeah.
of course, jazz, hip hop being a close second because I
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
grew up on that. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I agree with all that. Um, I was actually Chris Botti is here and I wanted to go
Mhm.
see him.
Ah, nice.
Yeah,
Did you get
he's
to
here.
go, or did you want to go, or
No, I
did you
wanted
have
to,
to?
but I don't think we're gonna be able to do it because my husband works until 6. And so he doesn't, by the time he gets off, it's gonna be too late to go to Seattle because we got
Ah,
it's about 30-minute ride to Seattle.
right.
And
Okay.
he's only got 7:30 shows these nights. So if he had like a
Ah,
9 o'clock show, then we could go. And then
right.
after that, I go to work. So
Right.
so we'll miss him
Well,
this time, but
hopefully you get a chance to.
yeah,
I'm
we'll
sure
catch
you.
him the next time.
Oh
Because
yeah.
the Jazz Alley where he's coming is amazing here in Seattle. I don't know if you heard
Mhm.
of it, but it's like world famous and people
Oh yeah.
come, all the jazz artists come. Like
Hmm.
I think Bob James is gonna be here, I
Oh
think next week.
wow. Okay.
So we're gonna check that one out.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, it's like, man, you know, and it's is the way it's set up is so safe, you know, it's not like crowded, it's not a big place, so it's intimate still, but they got the
Right.
tables are spread out enough. And I mean, it's just nice. You know, we went for what did we go see? We went for our anniversary to see Mindy Abear, and that was
Ah,
great show. We actually got to take
oh,
a
I
picture
bet
of her
so.
with her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was really nice. I mean, I was like, wow, you know, because her husband came and he started talking to us and he was like, you guys want to take a picture with Minnie? We were like, hell yeah.
Mm. And that's a lot. That's another thing. Like a lot of the jazz people, they're down to earth.
They are. Oh my
They're not
God.
unattainable. They're very like
Right. You could
yeah,
touch them. It's
yeah.
like, man, you know, and that's how it should be anyway,
Oh,
you
exactly.
know, because
I
I feel
agree.
like if I'm supporting you, then you know, you should be able to at least have a conversation, right?
Something, yeah,
Mhm.
definitely.
Yeah. So, let's continue talking about your stuff. So going forward, so do you have a recording studio that you use or you rent that out?
I usually record from home.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
kind of old school. I like the rawness of it. I mean, of course, there is one studio I do go to frequently. Um, but for the most part, I like to record at home, like my own personal space. But
That's really
I don't
nice
mind
though.
recording elsewhere. Like I've recorded other places before, but
Hmm.
yeah.
But your personal space is where you like to do the thing.
Oh
That's
yeah.
what's up. So
Oh.
do you also record other artists?
No, that's one thing I haven't done yet. I've done a few collabs with people like via email. I've done it that way, but as far as like physically recording them, I haven't really done it.
Oh, okay. So when you say email, that means that you would record and then send it over to them,
Yeah, that's
and
how
then
I've
they
done
would
it in the
play your
past.
track.
Um, oh yeah, I had a few artists reach out to me. They would have stuff like already made, and they're like, I need a verse or a hook on this. So I would just lay my part down, send it back, and bam,
That's
that's
what's
it.
up. That is what's up. So
Oh
what do
yeah.
you do in your for your in your other life?
I'm a father and husband. Um, I do have a day job. I want to get to a situation where I can do music full time, but you know, got to pay the bills. So,
Yes, you
yeah.
do.
Oh yeah. So I work. I draw. Um, watch movies. I don't really go out that much. You know. too much trouble out there. So I like to stay
Especially
away
now.
from trouble as much as I can.
I was
Yeah,
gonna.
definitely. So yeah,
Yes, I know
I'm
about that.
safer at home. So
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah, at home is good. That's what I say.
exactly. Oh yeah, and of
New
course
Year's
there's
Eve,
the
people.
music.
People were
Oh,
saying New Year's Eve, are you going out? No, I ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna party right here in the house.
yeah. I mean, I did that as a kid. My friends always asking me, "Hey, you gonna come out?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm good. I'm making music. I'm watching movies. I'm good."
So you was in there making music and watching movies. That's what's up. Have you ever thought about doing like a score for a movie, or have you done that before?
No, I would love to though.
Okay.
I really would. Um, it pays good, of course, but
Oh yeah.
to try to capture a moment in a movie or a show as a musician, that's like the ultimate thing. Because I mean, when you are making music, you are communicating some kind of emotion,
Yes.
and if I can have that kind of impact on other people in a positive way, of course,
Yes.
that that would be a great thing for
Yes.
sure.
Yes. Do you something I was gonna ask. Uh do you play instruments or what do you do?
Not really. I play piano by ear, but
Okay.
I mean,
But that's good though.
well, yeah, I mean, people say it's a gift. So, like, how you do that? I'm like, I don't know. I just,
It's a
I just do
gift.
it. Yeah, I can't really explain how I do what I do. I just do it.
Okay, well that's good though. That's really good because most people can't play by ear. I mean, you got Stevie Wonders and then you got,
Well, yeah,
Ray Charles, you got other people, but most people are not gifted in that way.
right.
Yeah, I think that's amazing, especially with you having an ear for the music. Because what I hear is that um you make incredible beats.
Well, yeah, I do.
Yeah, yeah, I hear that. Incredible beats. And just for the fact of you wanting to help out other artists, that's like huge, huge. Have you ever thought about a platform for helping other artists, like up and coming artists, almost like a mentorship type of thing to help
Oh
them
yeah,
to understand the game and stuff like that?
yeah. I would like to do that. Like I said, if anybody has any questions, I have answers. I like to answer them.
Yes.
But I like the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I've talked to people from all over the world seemingly, and um, heard a lot of different stories and how they came up. And but
Yes.
the one constant thing that I hear is how powerful music is
Yes.
and how it affects them.
Yes.
And music brings people together. And
Yes.
I've heard that a lot growing up. Didn't really understand what it meant. But looking at what I do now and the number of people I'm able to talk to on a daily basis, solely on this music, I'm starting to understand it now more than ever.
Well, you're
It's,
at
it's
that point in
crazy.
life. You're at that point in life
Yeah,
where you're
true.
able to, yeah, yeah. Because I right now while you were talking, what was going through my head was what's his name? Just like music. Um,
Oh,
Marvin
Marvin
Gaye.
Gaye.
Yes.
I'm named after him.
Are you really?
Okay, funny story. Okay, my real name is Marvin Terrell Pickett. I was
Okay.
named after Marvin Gaye and Tammi Terrell, and I'm actually related to Wilson Pickett.
Wow. I'm gonna wait till the midnight hour.
Mm-hmm.
I seen him in concert, believe it or
Mustang
not.
Sally. Oh, really?
Yes. He
Ah,
came
okay.
to uh what was that thing called? Taste of Savannah. I'm from Savannah.
Okay.
I live in the Pacific Northwest, but I'm from Savannah, Georgia. So he
Okay.
came to Taste of Savannah one year. I was in high school and he sang, and boy, you would be surprised all the people that came out. And they
Ah.
was jamming, wait, all the old people, because y'all was like a teenager. So all the
Yeah.
old people was out, gonna wait to the midnight hour, and they was jamming, and they was like, this is the Michael Jackson of our time.
There you go. Yeah, man.
That's what they said. That is awesome. So I'm gonna tell you, I was named after Tammi Terrell.
Really? Okay.
My name is Tammi.
Connection through music.
Right? Because my mother loved those two.
Oh yeah.
Loved
So
them.
did my mom loved them too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I'm like, okay.
Ironically enough, I found out it was some years ago, but my parents was going to name me after Stevie Wonder, but Marvin Gaye passed the April before I was born.
Okay.
He passed in April, and I was born May of '84.
Okay.
So they named me after him.
So they knew you were going to be musical.
They knew, yeah. Somehow they knew.
I was going to say they were already putting it out there. That is awesome. God, that's awesome. I love that. I love it. Your parents, so they love music as well, and definitely Motown.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Motown, gospel, blues. My mom loved Muddy Waters.
Mm-hmm.
Love that man. So the blues was played a lot growing up.
I didn't really like it that much growing up, but what happened was when I grew up, my girlfriend and I we went to a blues festival in Columbia, South Carolina, because I lived there too.
Okay.
And I actually lived in Greensboro too for a hot second.
Really?
But yeah, I get bored. I don't mind moving.
Right.
I like to see different things in different places in different parts of the country. And
I hear you.
Yeah. And so anyway, yeah, I won on the radio. I won tickets to the blues festival.
Okay.
That was coming. And so my girlfriend and I went, and oh my God, it was so much fun. So much fun. I was like, oh my God. I mean, the music was bumping, and it was just good. I just had such a good time. So after that, I kind of started getting into blues. And then I went to this concert in Jacksonville, Florida. It was a soul food festival or something like that. And Tito Jackson and his band came and played. Now, I don't know if you know, but Tito Jackson and his band play blues.
Right. Yeah. I've heard those. Yeah.
Yeah. They are very good. Very good. And he know how to put on a show, but they were very good. And I was like so shocked because I didn't know that he did blues. Because I think the headliner of that show was Chaka Khan.
Oh man.
And she came and to be honest, Tito Jackson and his band stayed on longer than she did because she said it was too hot there. She sang for like 15 minutes. I was like,
she's a diva, man. She's a diva.
I was like,
how diva?
But we had to see you. And Tevin Campbell was there, and he sang for way too long.
Well, he would be Tevin Campbell if he did. So, yeah.
he just sang for way too long. It was like he kept singing. By the time everybody was looking around like, okay, when's the next one coming up? Because I think what's her name was there? Jody Watley came and she sang a few of her songs.
Oh man!
So it was a nice little show. But I mean Tito Jackson and his band, they took it. It was so good, and I was amazed because I didn't know that he was doing that.
Oh, yeah. That thing about the blues, man, it's something you have to hear like live in order to get the full effect of it.
Yes.
And the ones that hear it over the radio or record or something, they always mention how like that reminded them of experience they had while that song was playing live. So, I mean, that's just how the blues is, man. Exactly. It's an experience.
It really is. And the one thing I love about the blues is that they tell the stories.
Yeah.
They tell the stories, and it's just amazing. And I know that country music tells the stories too. And I like some country too. I like all music. I don't like the twanky version.
Right, I got you.
mean,
a lot of people can't relate to that. So yeah, I totally
I'm like, no, I don't know, not that part. I mean, I like, Eyes in the Stream, and, I
Right.
like,
Yeah.
what's that
Yeah.
girl, Taylor Swift, and, some of them other ones, but yeah, some of the real, yeah. But I love blues and jazz and hip hop
Oh,
always, of course.
oh yeah.
So where
Yeah.
do you see the music going forward? Do you see changes, because you've been in the industry for 20 years, basically, right? So you
Oh
were
yeah.
able to see how the changes have happened over time, even especially in hip hop. So where do you
Um,
see music, going over the next few years?
um, things aren't really new. Um, as I'm sure you know, you've seen some of the same things I've seen. So
Mm-hmm.
as far as hip hop goes, it's in a phase now where uh, people are sad, they're angry, and in the hip hop community, we've been here before. Like the early '90s with
Yeah.
the self destruction, and I think pretty soon after that we're gonna have fun again. And there's
Mm-hmm.
still fun music out there.
Yeah.
Some stuff is a little more racy than others, but
Yeah. Yeah.
for the most part, it's fun. But I think things are changing, most definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Um, when you have artists like Nas, who's been around for a long time, he's
I
bringing
like
that
Nas.
the boom bap, just lyrical stuff, as opposed to the whole poppy pop stuff.
Yeah, because
The
like I
fact
love
that
I love Outkast.
oh yeah, I miss Dre, man. He comes around every now and then. Andre 3000, he comes around every now and then, drops a feature somewhere, but like I miss him, man.
Yeah.
He was fun. He was fun, and
Mm-hmm.
he was real.
He was. He
Yeah,
was. I went to high school with Big Boy.
really.
Yeah. In
Man,
Georgia.
you got some stories, man. I can tell you got some stories.
I know he got some, and I want to talk to him and get him out of him.
Right? Yeah, I know, man. I think that the
Oh.
the last thing I heard him drop was he wasn't even listed as a feature. It was on what's his name? Frank Ocean's album
Oh,
called Solo Reprise.
okay. I need to look
And
that up.
he had like a quick 16, doing what Three Stacks does. And he managed to mention like everything he's been through, from alcoholism to the chauvinist in hip hop to kids getting killed by the police. He had more substance in that one little verse he dropped than anybody's dropped in the last 10 years, in my opinion.
Wow. Wow.
And that just lets me know that I think you still got something left in the tank, man. I just think I think the industry's got him
Backed
scared.
up.
You know,
It's a lot of that going on now.
it
And
really
you
is.
said Frank Ocean was the name. What's the song? What's the song?
It's called Solo Reprise,
Okay. Because I'm gonna
and
sure look that up.
yeah,
Let me get
yeah.
off.
That's the weird thing. Like I found it on TikTok. Somebody actually posted it on TikTok.
What?
Yeah, and I was trying to find it, but he's not listed. It's not Frank Ocean's featuring Andre 3000. It's just on Frank Ocean's album,
Wow.
and it's just called Solo Reprise. So yeah, you should definitely check that one out.
Definitely check that out. So
Yeah.
let the people know, because we're gonna bring this ship in. So let the
Okay.
people know how they can connect with you, and let them know who you're looking for, like, for your podcast or whatever it is that you're doing. Let them know, who you're looking for and how they can connect with you.
Okay. The name of the podcast is I Love Music with No Comparison. It features music from artists of all genres. All genres are welcome. I've had everything from hip hop, R&B, pop, rock, country, instrumentals, jazz, like any and every genre is welcome. I'm not going to turn anybody away. I feel like everybody deserves some kind of exposure. So um, I don't really have a set date that I actually do the show, I try to do it monthly or bi-weekly, but it's usually on Friday night. Stream on a platform called Sessions Live. It's fairly new. It's basically like it's kind of like YouTube and Twitch, but it's solely for just musicians. There's people on that platform that they sing stuff karaoke style, or they'll take requests and sing certain songs. So,
well, that's neat.
Yeah, that's the platform I usually deal on. But if you want to submit any songs, you can submit to my email. It's NoCompProductions, NoCompProductions, sorry, at gmail.com. I went blank there for a second.
I was gonna say you had a brain freeze.
Yeah, I did. Because I'm trying to do, creator's brain. I'm everywhere at one time. So,
I was gonna say it happens. It is okay.
Right, but I can send you a link and then you can.
Yes, because I put those in the notes too, like in the description and stuff. That way, people, because
All right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Just to make it as easy as possible.
Exactly. That's why I asked for those things, because it's just easier for people to just click in it, and because people just, they got to look for stuff. It's not gonna happen.
They ain't got time to write stuff down and remember stuff.
No, heaven forbid.
Exactly.
None of that.
You just do it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I try to, make it easy so they can find you and just click the links. And that way, that's why I put the links in, because, I noticed over time, that's just the best way to do it.
Right.
Especially if you want people to find you. It's like, they're like, look, Google. No, not doing all that.
No, right. Exactly.
Why don't they just have the link here? I hear people talking like that. You're like, okay, well, you could just, all you got to do is just, it says it right there. Just copy it and put it in your Google.
Right now, everything's on demand now. So
well,
everybody's in that mindset. It's
a fast food world. And, and the other thing is like, it's a deliver world. You get everything delivered. Amazon. We get groceries delivered. So it's like, okay, so make it easy. All right. So we're gonna go, but I thank you for joining me. This has been such fun. I had a blast. And
I appreciate you for having me.
I'm so grateful. I mean, I'm really grateful. I'm thankful to your manager for sending you my direction, because I get to talk to the most amazing people, and I feel so honored every time I get to do it. So anyway.
Liquid 3-6, he's amazing.
Yes, absolutely. So thank you for watching. Thank you for joining us on Straight Outta Savannah. Make sure that you connect with No Comparison, especially if you are an artist, because he has a passion for music that I can just feel, and I'm not even in the same room. So thank you so much for joining us. Have a wonderful rest of your day, evening, weekend, whenever you are catching this. Bye now.
I know you've been blown away with the amazing value here today. Now go out and inspire the planet. And be sure to send us a message when you're ready to come talk about it on Straight Outta Savannah, Talking with Tammi.